Vision 9. Nam Kalama Pami Pala Korachancho Simba Padme Be Korwa Musayo Barcho.
In the space in front appears the Guru in the form of Amitabha, surrounded by an inconceivable retinue of bodhisattvas.
Namo Koncho Awasam Jamne Nam La Cha Sun Che Ro Ko San Je Lan Gui Che Chan Chun Cho De Sim Je Do Namo Koncho Sum Tan Sa Wa Sam Jamne Nam La Cha Sun Che Ro Ko San Je Lan Gui Che Chan Chun Jo De Sim Je Do.
Namo to the three jewels and the three roots, the places of protection. I go for refuge. In order to establish all beings in Buddhahood, I give rise to the mind set on supreme awakening.
Cho te san yo ba ye jarwa se je tham je la kon e tan we chan sa lo me do be ma me che sha se ro mo la so ba men je ye je ne ba Bai bi zo je je sa sa to ma me ne ta te ba me ge je dan sa mi nga se ne nyo mo wan je be de ba tam je sha ba je nian te ran ja chan cho sen so se je wo la so be te san ge wa je sa ba su na la ne da ye ra sem je nam je sam ba ta lo ye che ra che ta wa che chong te mon te ba ye che jiang ko lo ko de so ko wa che se ma tong ba nyang man da tu ye ye dong ai jiang so sen wa ye sem jiang na la se se so da ke so nan che sa ba tam je chan cho je je ne ren boram thon ro wa ye ren ba bar de da ju je.
To page 10, with sincere faith, I pay homage to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abiding in the 10 directions and 3 times. I offer flowers, incense, lamps, fragrances, food, music, and the like, actually arranged and mentally created. Supreme Gathering, please accept them. I confess all evil deeds, the 10 non-virtues, the 5 acts without interval that I have committed, overpowered by mental afflictions since beginningless time until now. I rejoice in the merit, all the virtue accumulated in the 3 times by the Shravakas, Priteka Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, ordinary beings, and the like. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the greater and lesser vehicles and the teachings common to both, according to the aspirations and diverse mental capacities of sentient beings. Until samsara is emptied, do not pass into nirvana, but compassionately look upon sentient beings drowning in the ocean of suffering. May all the merit I have accumulated become the cause of awakening, and may I soon become a glorious guide of beings. The field of accumulation dissolves into me. Thus, the mind of the four immeasurables have arisen within the mind streams of myself and all sentient beings. May all sentient beings have happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never be separated from happiness. May they abide in great equanimity.
Sharje charje taja ben chenze kye yen jambe nyam jin long ge che ge me be me nan de je zhong xiu den jia nam ka be de den den de ye ma ra bo wo ze ran ba we cho je san je cham se nye bar se qian se nen te den e she lan te la yang wu se re zhong ne sen che sem jian le na dan zhen bai cha jiang wu se cen de she ye ne je wa ruo wei jiang jiu ba me ma sa pe ma ra ge long bo da xia ye san ye nyam ya long zen zen qu ge nam sum so hian je zhong you to jie jian jiang zhou la da de se san jie gong jie dan ye qian bo sa te ye ye san pan cho jin re ze xia ye san ye yong be be gan zen gar bo ren jin 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 yen da yo zo we yong de jia sen te qian to xia ye chan ye yong be dor jin zen ngom po ren jin 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 yen da yo Kor de cham sen gen dong co jie go zo wo ne san zhe san qian ba le we ze gan man ten san cho jie dang jie ba dewa jin jie xian den zhi nan dang kor jie to dang ju ge de ge jie nie la nen de Jin Zhan Ju.
Page 13. Appearance and existence. All phenomena of samsara and nirvana are empty by nature. Not realizing this, How afflicted are deluded beings in samsara. My own awareness appears as a white tree, the manifestation of unified emptiness, clarity, and compassion. The tree transforms into myself, appearing as Chandran seated upon a cushion of lotus and moon. I have one face and 4 arms. 2 are joined at the heart, and the other 2 hold the lotus and the garland. Peaceful and with loving countenance, I am dressed in the garments of a Sambhogakaya Buddha. Sitting in a cross-legged posture, my lower body is enfolded in a lotus. In the space in front, upon the seat of lotus and moon, appears a red tree gleaming with light. The light radiates, pleasing the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions and gathering their knowledge, love, and power. The light then dissolves back into the tree. Again, light rays radiate to the 6 realms, purifying the karmic visions, self-grasping, and habitual imprints of sentient beings. The light gathers back and the tree transforms into the supreme protector of beings, Buddha Amitabha. He is bright red like a mountain of rubies, with 1 face and 2 arms in equipoise mudra, holding a begging bowl. He is garbed in the 3 Dharma robes and sits in cross-legged posture. Ceaselessly looking upon beings with eyes of compassion, he appears as the great embodiment of all Buddhas. On his right is the noble supreme Chandran with 1 face and 2 arms, holding a white lotus with the left hand. White and adorned with jewels, he stands upright. To the left of the Lord is the Bodhisattva Vajrapani, with 1 face and 2 arms, holding a vajra in the left hand. Blue and adorned with jewels, he stands upright. They are surrounded by an assembly of Bodhisattvas. The 3 places of the principal Lord are marked with the 3 syllables. From the red and blue light radiates to the 10 directions, and in particular to the pure land of Sugawati, invoking this heart pledge of Amitabha and his retinue, who then instantly appear at this place. Page 17. Home. In the great bliss sphere of my own primordially pure awareness abides Amitabha and the retinue as the naturally present innate radiance. From the beginning, the Samaya being is one with the wisdom being, yet your form manifests from the expanse of great love and compassion in accordance with the mental inclinations of beings. Following your heart pledge, come here to this place and be seated indivisibly from the mandala of the Samaya being upon the cushion of multicolored lotus and moon.
Om Dewa Sapara Varam Beza Samaya Za Za Hong Ban Ho Samaya De Chale. Ram Yang Kang Ong Ao Hong Ong Ao Hong Ong Ao Hong Ong Sarva Be Pura Pura Sura Sur Our Debe Sowa Wan Sarva Be Pura Pura Sura Sur. Our Debe Sowa Wan Sarva Be Pura Pura Sura Sur. Our Debe Sowa Om Beza Sabara Nai Kan Yin La Je Dan Den Ben Chu Yon De Jian Be Ran Xin Jar Wei Sha Den Be Zhuo Guan Jiu Wang Pu Seng Cuo Jie Jie Tan Sui Niu Mi Ye Wen Xia Sen De 此诚然心家瑞小等不，若公是不动我就觉觉，拉在没到那种在帮的，若不然人家瑞见浪不，若公人用电动电小。 连接家上成桥的变得，尊者然见家瑞强浪不，若公是本前来朝我来桥，三千难为人间着。 三定然见家瑞头浪不，若公车罗蒙蒙塞外桥。 可刚拉索爱的面接恰，西拉然言家月可兰不，若瓦空切去年多白修，若家就当天被下生的，他既然言家月家兰不。 若公等人世间错瓦来修。 不当着所念家容的错，多觉然因家为念浪不，若公强就生当天把了修，王不曾人的不用电啊，莫浪然因家瓦那浪不，若公上面的我把了修。 扎西在大街当家谁懂？也些然因家瓦那浪不，若光三界用电多派修。
Page 19. Shri, I offer this water endowed with 8 attributes, with the nature of generosity to the mouths of the victorious ones. May there be perfect fortune for all beings. I offer this food cleansing water, clear, cool, pristine, and exquisite, and with the nature of morality to the feet of the victorious ones. May all beings be relieved from the misery of existence. I offer various beautiful celestial flowers that have the nature of patience to the eyes of the victorious ones. May all beings be endowed with the 7 attributes of the higher realms. I offer naturally sweet-smelling scents and blended incense that have the nature of diligence to the nose of the victorious ones. May all beings become free from the bonds of existence. I offer this precious, radiant, and lustrous lamp that has the nature of meditation to the hearts of the victorious ones. May all beings clear away the dense darkness of their deluded minds. I offer fragrant medicinal elixir, saffron, and the like, which have the nature of transcendent knowledge to the bodies of the victorious ones. May all beings realize the inner nature of phenomenal. I offer food endowed with the essence of 100 tastes, with the nature of method to the tongues of the victorious ones. May all beings be sustained by the food of samadhi. I offer harmonious musical sounds such as those of conch shell, drum, and bell, which have the nature of power to the ears of the victorious ones. May all beings be endowed with the awakening mind. I offer the 5 desirables that appease the senses and have the nature of prayer to the victorious ones. May all beings be satisfied by untainted bliss. I offer the 8 auspicious substances, the auspicious symbols, and the 7 royal attributes, which have the nature of wisdom, to the victorious ones. May all beings attain the attributes of Buddhahood.
Om Sarva Banza Manga Samandra Saparana Samai Aho. Don Sun Je Den Ram Jia Tan Je Je Da De Song Da Ma Song E Bo Tang Da Le Lam Chuan Do Ba Jin Che Ba De Me De Qian Shen De Bo Wa Ye Zhou Guang Dan Zin Ra Ye Zhang Sen Den Nam Da Xian De Tong Mi Jie Wai Shu.
All own and unowned things of the entire infinite millionfold universe, my own body, enjoyments, and all possessions, I offer, without holding anything back, to the Pure Land of Sukhavati. May the self-grasping of beings be thereby fully pacified. May they be endowed with the awakening mind, and may their birth in the Pure Land be unobstructed.
O Rana Mendra La Bunza Menga Ahoy Ran Sen San Je To Be Tun Chan Sa Re Dong Zen Me Na Sen Chu Ban Ben Nian Zen Chu Nan Chi Nie Long De Xia Ge San Wen Je Zo Lai Ji Ye Rang Thôi Jie Juan Jie Me Be Juan Ko Ko Kon Le Kon Cha Ran Jin Chu Ge Yong Ko Sun Me Me Cha Dai Jin Bo Ho.
Realizing that my own mind is the Buddha, I pay homage on the ultimate level. Abiding within ungraspable empty awareness, everything comprised within appearance and existence is offered. Deluded perceptions of dualistic grasping are confessed within the expanse of Dhamrata. I rejoice within the state of the spontaneous completion of the 3 kayas. The Dharma wheel of unceasing compassion will always turn. Abide within the natural Dhammakaya that pervades all samsara and nirvana. In infinite pervasiveness, where there is no reference point of the 3 spheres, dedication will always take place.
Re De Jian Shen De Che Jiang Ko Lo Go Sem Jiang Nam La Da De Tui Jie Se Tam Jia Ya Yin Ro We Dong Ze Ba Nang Dan Yang Yang Ze La Jiang Za De Jian Re Se Dan Te Jian To La So Jar Se San Sen Ra Jiong Pa Be So De Qin Xian De Yo Ba La So La Lung A Ye San Ke Be Chang Za Du.
Shri, ever turning the wheel of Dharma in the pure land of Sukhavati, you unceasingly look upon sentient beings with compassion. Homage and praise to Amitabha, who abiding in equipoise follows his pledge to act for the purpose of beings. To Chandranzik, Vajrapani, the other Bodhisattvas, the noble assembly of arhats, and the gathering of deities abiding in Sukhavati, I humbly pay homage and offer praise with body, speech, and mind.
Da den shen ta ye zhe ye se ko te ya wo len han chen kar bo zhi to ka ne tong du ko song to dang ka nan te to ka shen tang han chen le zer ma ra bo han chen sha ne tong ran ke xia xio chen lang zhe to te tar ju men che dong ko wa ye nga le wa ze ka do na zong zhi cho je san je cham sen ye ba sen kan sen sen jian kun che zhe sen jiang ne ju nan da de jian xian de ju.
At the heart of myself, appearing as Chandranzik, on the moon disk is a Shri surrounded by the six-syllable mantra, circling clockwise. From it, light radiates, and a white mantra garland issues forth, emerges from my heart, and dissolves into the heart of the deity visualized in front. Thus, Amitabha's compassionate heart pledge of body, speech, and mind is invoked. From the mantra garland around the Shri at the heart of Amitabha, a red mantra garland of light emerges from his mouth, enters my mouth, and I obtain blessings and attainments. In this way, the mantra circles continuously between myself and Amitabha. The multicolored light issuing from the circling mantra garland pleases the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, purifies the 3 types of obscurations of all sentient beings in the 3 realms, and the universe and beings transformed into the pure land of Sukhavati.
Om Dewa shi, Om Dewa shi, Om Dewa. Om Dewa shi, Om Dewa. Om Dewa shi. Zembando Batam Jinden Major Nangan Yabesam de Dewa non then Dunga Donde no Dana Bayon Tawato Bismanto, Umboche to Brecha, and Yambingon to some November. Sha, November Cherry to Tene, Kaju Namantambanam Digi. Antonio Tonya Jubici, Celebre Jubici, Celebre Jubici, to voice home and your to the Tijan to come at it over Jin. Who may be Kajuna Matamban and the King, Jubici, Tamba, Tenamajon. Anki Barakawada Yinijon Tadaraki Le Tung
Bala, Kuviki, Nudu, Dambi, Kuvarisha, de.
So tomorrow we will be going to start with the second the yoga of the Mahamudra, and tonight we will going to talk about a little bit about the the empowerment which we got yesterday. So we were going to talk about the samaya on that.
That's a long chua, you might be Mama Tambanam. You be here, don't not tell us, soon at up, Commanding Malone, but something which up at you, John, I don't want to go around there. Bumbo, what maybe see Miji, Oncorigi, Oncorigi. Wounded over ten, that and I want to say, Yams Limba telling us to get Tanzik on the Tambata, don't go. And that thing the Tomong and the Quig, Tamtel Sena, Tanko Poteva, Sonji Tamdi, Zonking over than that choking combo over me. That Tendari, Tin do the Ronge. On se rater ron yin du man sa yin ba la yin ba ngo ma xie ba te xie ba xie be xie de o on se rater ting du ron sa yin ba la yin ba ngo ma xie tu a te rong ge ngo xie ba xie te nyang de ne chu be xie on jian lo de xie du ta la on se ne on je te xie la do ten da ri ting yin du ta ta la on top ne quelque sont le chagale ta on donc on carton monde sont d'ailleurs qui qui dans on qui qui 탐색 되시는 나 당연도 공부 쳐봐 매게 예рем스나 공부 쳐봐 다음에 오바매 다른 소소게 뭐고 홍어시나 대송지 기초 뭐인 장거리 나도 될다 cũng trên đằng ngõ để trong số số khá cả gì trong này cái của mà đấy để chỉ cái điều ngồi yên chứ tăng của một bà mẹ cái điều ngồi yên trong này ta sẽ rằng nó
So yesterday we have received Buddha Amitabha initiation. When we talk about the initiation which we have received, it has been received the initiation that is an unbroken lineage, and the blessing that we have received through the empowerment is also unbroken lineage, continuously from Buddha Amitabha onward until present time. The lineage and the blessing is still fresh, and blessing is still there. So we also need to know what is the purpose of receiving empowerment. The reason why we need to receive empowerment, that we must know. So one of the reasons why we receive empowerment is because that we ourselves, our body, is actually primarily, it has been body of the deity. However, due to our ignorance and obscuration, we are not being able to recognize ourselves as deity. To recognize ourselves, our body as a deity, it is one of the way that how through the empowerment we will introduce ourselves to the deity, the primordial deity, which is within ourselves. So this is one of the way how we recognize ourselves as a deity within ourselves. And then another purpose to receive initiation or the empowerment, it is to get some sort of authorization or the permission to practice and recite the particular deity, whatever the deity we may receive the initiation. So, so when we talk about Buddha Amitabha or Buddha Amitayo, the initiation we receive, we have to understand that the Buddha Amitabha is the embodiment of entire Buddha. One should not think that Buddha Amitabha is one of the only deity, but we have to understand Buddha Amitabha is someone who has embodies the entire Buddhas of the 3 times.
On top ne quick tamsek telesena ta chi ke no si tamji te kumu wa me ke ne tuba yin damna ta chi ke tanong de jongre no sina da ron on top ne ta on je te ke ron ne to ne ke kumu se ba be yin dambe ke ta ron ling a jar o tembo te gore ta tin yo sa de kumu ke ka la và đó tiền dùng rất là để bất diệt吧，台湾的是去问你小编辑调了，全从不甚至等于北京从不解决这边，但这个方面有点事情吧，现在影响那个这头了年头了这个，容易搞他影响那个，我讲讲吧，这里我讲这就这。现来啥子等啊？现在弄就起来了，他等俺家是真，俺家这老百姓来家的啥了一切的对吧？他是你怎么的？我听俺家成了，他听俺家的，这过的，这他容是你怎么？那辛苦的怎么的？他到他们容易怎么？我听得很清楚，记得，但俺家怎么这里？呀，他特大容啥的，公的，他送给他们这个人呢，最大的他俺们对吧？我们500米呢，俺们对吧的，听就说容是呢，他的听就什么啥的，真错了些，东西都不讲给中州听那个，他最特大了，现在那个种的，这些就他本没多不会，他看到我现在我们500米超过了。电中国没500米，用起来军机没吧？他等的在就那么用嘛地方，俺这中间那都用给他们这个的。当时是说在开始的时候呢，如果时间他们就从这个公布给他们公间，时间了判刑的，等着在印度全球参加个让走的，从这个就在那全球参加的兄弟的，在那全球参的，我全球参的去。大头马地吧，马扎吧，我听到头上中就真的，头给他们这个呢，这里，总之就比越新呢，这里，电影的当地的设备是介绍错嘛，相对那个相较甚至是最强的，这个话就在这里呢，就说朋友咱们就没加把的，但这个是给我加钱不？人家在教育节上这过年的大小人呢，朋友咱们就没加把听着的。
So when we talk about the samaya, after we received initiation, we must know that there is a outer samaya and inner samaya. So outer samaya is that where we have to perceive or we have to view entire outer universe as the celestial palace, and inner sentient beings are deities of the Buddha Amitabha. So everyone we see and meet, we have to imagine that is the deity, not individual or the ordinary people. So then when we talk about the inner samaya is that we ourselves, we have to have a strong faith and the pride of the deity, which means that you yourself must make sure that you are the deity, not ordinary person. So here, one important thing is that three things that you need to remember. It is important that we have to understand that you are the deity. Clarity is there, there clearly that you are the deity. You are the deity that has been characterized by the 80 major mark and minor marks of the 32 major marks of the Buddha. All are within this deity. So this, we must know that. And then the purity, which means there is no ordinary idea of within this. And then also whatever the deity we usually visualize, it must be stable, like our mind should be firm, without sort of like disturbed by our own conceptual thought. So here, when we talk about pride of the deity is not same as the normal, the pride usually we used to have. Usually we used to have our own pride. That is the egoistic sort of pride. However, when we talk about the deity pride is that we ourselves, we have to have a full confidence in ourselves that we are the deity. So with this kind of understanding and idea, then of course you need to recite the Amitabha's mantra. So also Amitabha mantra, of course, it is something like a fated practice for you all, because Amitabha retreat has been conducted here for 13 years already. So it is very fortunate for you to recite the Amitabha mantra and also practice the Amitabha as well. So as I earlier mentioned that then one of the important samaya is pure perception or the pure vision. Pure perception or the pure vision is that everything you see out there is a celestial palace, and then all the people that you meet or the sentient beings are deity. So whatever sound you hear, sound of the mantra, so these things you really have to keep in your mind. So of course, most important part of this practice is, of course, you really have to have a loving kindness and compassion for the bodhicitta while you are practicing all these practices, because the Buddha Amitabha is the embodiment of all the Buddha's loving kindness and compassion and wisdom. So therefore, whatever deity practice we do, it is important that we really have to develop bodhicitta and also to have the altruistic intention to help and benefit others. So whatever practices we do, we have to make sure that we are benefiting others, not for only oneself. So this kind of intention is very important in our day-to-day life practice.
That what's that to the Pamala shop don't see any day. Could have be and so salad to pay Yabuchido. Oh, that's a gory, the Yaburi. Thank you. Pinjulisina, the Sholo Shojong, Gamba to the Yakita, who Yabuchi. And the temba Jilisina, the G. Legatermoni, Hassanamda. Oh, tell us, subjection get to the pain of them to make out. That's the Yabono is. Oh,
So since every one of us here, we have received Buddha Amitabha's or Buddha Amitabha's empowerment, so we have to consider ourselves as in the same mandala. Since we all are in the same mandala, it is important that we really have to respect each other. So among the Dhamma friend and students, it is important that we really have to have a caring for each other and consideration for each other, and also harmonious among the Dhamma friends. And these are the very important. No matter how long we are together, but it is important that we really have to make sure that we have to have a harmonious way of practice and life. And then we have to respect each other.
Sonje ka gerwe ke dong hidup telisene taki yonyoshi udende do gamle sana yesen yeronshi ti getan de simja tamje la yonshu de ne ngowa tindi jayo la rong mandu pari dana thamata de yakwati om ta de sonju de nongcha de tsong dong ne ta de yawan bu ti singe ja tatarge sen 경쟁 견도와도 십견점지 직접히 다도 담노시 나롱용도 제기요라 댄삼바 넘발라 공넘발라 데 두바데지 농게 종종데 이나 나롱게 담들 공넘발라다 손제기 까동 투미 텔시도시 롱게 따기시 그래 제동 펜지데데 나올래 정접세존 마스 티경 나스도 소소게 따기시인데 rongi ti jingmi kala jong yip shegeri the ne khona bala tindi shu itu ten samana bege ate une pembo shibu sta nando pembo shibu ndo tindi sungdo ta titu ja tishin ki ta te phayo wode na zam nge ge chen na ba na thona de so rongi te ta gi she ne rongi sem la rongi ta ge rongi
So while I was in Lapchi, one of the experience that what I had is that while we are practicing the Dhamma, I find out it is very important for us to investigate our own self, what kind of state of our own mind, what kind of behavior that we usually engage. So if we're able to check our own mind and our behavior all the time, it will help us to understand Buddha Dharma's teaching as well. So also, when you're able to investigate ourselves, our own mind, then you can actually able to compare whether our action and our practice is actually according to the Dharma or not, whether it is according to the words of the Buddha's teaching or not. So we will able to understand that. So if we able to do that, then we will able to find out that there might be some false mistake, and that we may have already created, So when you find out that, then you can actually immediately how to say, confess that or purify this kind of negative karma through recitation of the 35 Buddha's, the confession, and also there are many practices that related to the purifying the negative karma. So therefore, you can purify that through the confession. So when you confess or when you purify these mistake and negative karma, you should imagine that you are purifying negative karmas of your own self, but also negative karmas of the entire sentient beings. So it will increase your, the merits, and the purification will be more, far more effective with having this kind of vast intention. And this is whatever I have shared with you right now. I also have been shared this with my students who are doing retreat in the Lapchi. I also used to tell them that you should always investigate your own mind. You should always check your own motivation and your mind, and so on and so forth. So through this kind of practice, it can really improve our own practice so much.
And then to be Gino get to Yinabi, my big Chimba Pomodana, that takes on Lamiko on Dom, Tamba Majuba, Yomari, Titi the Toma de Kenyan Pomo de Chagayori, Tayin do that chair draw the Gino in get to Kenya Pomo, Toma Tuntu, Chipton, Ki Goni. 선적이 땜버 rinpoche 내가 처음에 내가 사삼남다게 샤비교통 달라가 그걸 응교 어떻게 농리나 조용다 다 대기 줄랑네 엄마 까디진지 땜버 rinpoche 될일하다 요 말에 손지 뚝된지 형네 다로다 동탁 ni tông ra ni đã gom là nhiều lập cho đấy thế này ni cho thằng chúng không cái nguồn sung cho cái đảm bảo cho thà thì chữa lại dùng xem mấy cái cố chỉ vào đây đó thế này tin chứ trong bao cái đi chơi nguồn sung cho cái làm sao mà thế là cái ngành trong cái phức tạp vậy đó hiểu nghe ta chỉ là bảo thua mà thì làm cho lại trong cái gì thua mà làm cho là Archie me ba the Yago de la on totally Kenny Devando ye Mondu Hiji Tere like it down Mongbo lovely he to Gombo Oba make it strong out don't get to pay head somebody like team do that day.
Since you all have been practicing Buddha Dharma for maybe a long time, throughout all these, you have received many teachings, many empowerments, and so on and so forth. And since you have received many teaching and empowerment, then now you already has become the lay practitioner. So lay practitioner who has a great deal of faith and devotion to the teaching of the Buddha. So since you have the faith and devotion to the teaching of the Buddha, it is important that we really have to have a pure thought or the pure intention to sustain and develop and help teaching of the Buddha. So when you talk about teaching of the Buddha, even though teaching of the Buddha has been taught by the Buddha more than 2,500 years ago. However, the teaching which was taught by him is still relevant to our today's world. So therefore, you can say that Buddha's teaching is one of the most relevant and effective for even in this present day. So therefore, every one of you also has a really great deal of faith and devotion to the Buddha Dharma. And I also will pray that you will have a very successful practice without any obstacles. So with this kind of aspiration or the prayer that you may not face any obstacle for your practice, then today we will going to start recitation of the Amitabha mantra. So I will pray for you all that you will not face any obstacle for your practice.
Om Deva 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 Om Om Deva 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 Om Om Deva 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 Om Om Deva 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 Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Deo Sho, 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 Om Deo Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero. Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Shom, 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 Om Dea 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 Om der 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 Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero. Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, Om Dia Ro, Om Dia Ro, Om Dia Ro, Om Dia Om Dia Ro, Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, Om Dia Om Dia Ro, Om Dia Ro, Om Dia Ro, Om Dia Ro, Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Ro, 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 Om Dia Om Dear 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 Om Om Dear 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 Om De Begin number 28, last line. Hoan Chom Dian Gong Bo San Ye Ban Me Zhe Qian Yar Se San Sen Ba Yue Tso Nyong Mon Do Lai Tui Jie Ra Gong La Da So Le Jien Shen De Bien De So Ngon Jia Tui Jie Tan Jia Jie Tho Nam Aye Tho Ye Wan Ke La Len Gen Ta Sin Por Wa Tong Ro Le Ta Dan Ni Den Ren Ban De Lu So Te Ta Gong Xiao Zhan Bei Jiu Ge Wen Nan Ke Go Le Tho Ye Wo Man Zhe Da So Ro Wen Nian Kan Ten Ben Mo Dam Jin Lo Dong Che Ba Ran Sa Ke Dam Mi Chu Ge Gong Ba Mu Jie Sa Sa Dong Ge Mi Zhi Zhang An De Ya.
Home, transcendent conqueror, protector, Buddha Amitabha, and noble assembly of loving bodhisattvas, compassionately look upon us afflicted beings and guide us to the pure land of Sukhavati. In accord with your past bodhicitta vows, not wavering from the sacred bond, deity with great compassion, please exhaust all negative karma and empty samsara from its depths. At this very moment, please act as our guide, as I, with intense devotion, have thus invoked the enlightened mind, great light as rays of compassion radiate from the heart of Amitabha and dissolve into the hearts of myself and all beings. Self-grasping, misconception, and delusion have collapsed in themselves. The state of selfless Dhammakaya is realized and rests in the nature of clarity and emptiness, free from grasping and elaboration. By all the limitless and sacred merits obtained through this meditation and recitation, may all beings drowning in the river of suffering attain the supreme state of Amitabha. Hong Sri, all-pervasive Dhammakaya, protector Amitabha, Sambhogakayas, the loving assembly of Bodhisattvas and Nimanakayas, the gathering of Shravakams and Arhats, together with your retinues, please endow all beings with the auspiciousness to progress to Sukhavati. By this virtuous practice, may I quickly realize Buddha Amitabha, and may all sentient beings without exception be established in that state. Marvelous. In the center is the Buddha Amitabha, boundless light. To his right is Chenrezig, the Lord of great compassion, and to his left is the Bodhisattva Vajrapani, the Lord of great power. They are surrounded by an inconceivable assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Extraordinary limitless peace and happiness is the Buddha field called bliss endowed. When I and all beings pass from this life, may we be born there, unhindered by another samsaric birth. Once born there, may we behold the face of the Buddha Amitabha, boundless light. By the power of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, bless me that I may attain this aspiration without hindrance. Teyata Pensa Jaya Awa Buddha Naya Soha.
Enjoy Jarwan Dalagon Sonye Zola Jira Dake Tu Sange Sabai Konjo San Lan Chu Pambe Jarve Dembam Pujur Jenge Wasim Jengong Lango Rogon Sanje Tom Je Geza Tam Je Chen Dage Jula Min Je Jemye Dane Zodo De Serene Menyam Dombe Senge Sabje Monje Namje Zembe Chamata Dewa Jende Jejuji Jene Bemoka Jene Lede La Sanje Sho Chanjo Tone Jese Jebe By Jan Joseph Jo Rinpoche My God
May all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abiding in the 10 directions and 3 times think of me. I rejoice in their accomplishments of the 2 accumulations. This virtue I offer to the triple gem, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. May the teachings of Buddha flourish. I dedicate the merit to all sentient beings. May all sentient beings attain enlightenment. May all these virtues get together, ripen in my mind stream, by purifying the 2 defilements and accumulate merits. May the life, health, practice, and realization increase. In this lifetime, may I attain the 10 bhumis. When we leave this life, may we be reborn at once in Dewa. After having been born and having awakened as the lotus blooms, at that very moment, may I attain enlightenment. After reaching enlightenment, till samsara is empty, may we liberate all sentient beings by virtue of my miraculous powers. May bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, arise where it has not been. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Jamne le me kon cho za wa se che pa kan jing gong bo jin re se je zun ro man ge re be man jong so ruan de so to dan sha ye gong mo lan yong san zhe ba sen je la Nye den zho na sam jo lo ba tang, se nan yong wa chu be je jin je, ngar ma zha be me jo dan yang ne, za le ja do na son yong be se, za se se so lo nye ma chu zu, cha chen me nyong zang le ca dong tim, sa yu pe zha jiong xe je pa tang, che par den la che we ta ma so, zang le kyun de do che ren ta da, nhớ đời sẽ hiện sẽ nè trong nhớ chế mẹ ta mẹ rô vài ta ta kì yo lai chan chu sim chu rin po chi an ye nè nô chế sam nhớ trao an chế cham bê sim ta đê nè chan zang lên ta vê đê ye ba ye jor san ye den ba tar ye yu ne sho za son ya wa se ye den be to por de ye ve za wa kan che dang da ja la san am bar da ve tu so da mun ben de bu ru yu
Page 36. The 3 jewels and 3 roots, trustworthy source of refuge, and in particular, the Lord of the land of snow, Avalokitesvara, Jetsuntara, Guru Padma Sambhava, I supplicate you, please follow your previous pledges. Bestow blessings that this aspiration prayer may be fulfilled most perfectly. Due to the degeneration of times when thoughts and deeds of beings are perverted, and the inner and outer elements have lost their balance, men and cattle are seized by epidemic disease previously unheard of, intruding Rahus, Nagas, powerful demons and dark forces, blight, frost and hail, bad harvest, warfare, and so forth. Erratic rainfall, heat, misery, and droughts in the world, destruction by the elements such as earthquakes and the threats of fire, and in particular, barbaric offenses causing harm to the teachings are rampant. May all types of harm and injury around the world be swiftly pacified and overcome. May precious and supreme bodhicitta spontaneously arise in the mind streams of all beings, human and non-human, and may they be free from destructive thoughts and deeds. May all be endowed with a loving mind for one another and may well-being, glory, and prosperity prevail throughout the world. May the Buddha's teaching spread far and wide and everlast. By the truthful power of the three roots, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by any root of virtue existing in samsara and nirvana, and by the power of our perfectly pure highest intention, may the fruition of our supplication and aspiration be attained.
So nam de ye tham je se quan ye thon ne ye pe ra na phang se de je ga nan che pa lon cho ba ye se pe so le do wa sho.
By this virtue, may I achieve the all-knowing state, and by defeating all enemies' confusion, the cause of suffering, may all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara.
Yam ba we chen dan chen ba da gong do zambo te yang de yen de te da gun je je sa da lo jen ge wan de da tan je ra dung ho zang je ge sa nye be chen la da chö nye me gyur tembe chen la dang gen de me che de be chen la je che dang me chen pon lan de bai sho.
In order to train just like the hero Manjushri, who knows reality as it is, and just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did. By the blessings of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessings of the truth of the unchanging, changeless nature, by the blessing of the indivisible assembly of the Sanghas, these prayers be accomplished as I have dedicated.
Da dong gun di dan ye je de zong da dak ba da yu
Be give zawan de da dan sim je tam je nyur de lan ha me bo yang da ba zu be chan chu ren bo che to ba ju je.
By the virtuous accumulation of the three times of myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by this root of virtue, may I and all sentient beings swiftly attain the unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment.
Penda Dewa Palden Jong De Chen Dewa Din Zi Ya Zo Yi Sha Be Sen De Par De Din Gyur Ji.
In this pure realm, surrounded by snow mountains, you are the source of all benefits and happiness without exception. All-powerful Avalokitesvara, Tenzin Gyatso, may you stay firmly until the end of samsara.
Kon cho sam de sha ja sen ge ye ten ban sen jen pe wa ta ne che gong san che ben rong de chen le chu le zhe je zhe la me sha de shu.
You are the embodiment of all the precious ones. You, a great being, are the holder and promoter of the teachings of the Shakya Lion. May you, the Jetsun Lama, whose enlightened activities are spontaneously present, live long.
Kon cho sam je da nyen de gong be den ban de la da ra tu ye de tam be che je shin se ta wa ye jie gu o je cho ye sha de so.
Precious holder of the triple gem of Drukongpa, who preserves the indisputable practice of the profound Dharma, who has realized the sublime truth which reveals peace and illumination. May you, who relieve the suffering of limitless beings, live long.
Yang pai pe ya na yang de wa xie do kan cho sa kar je re sa chu je den gong pe to se chu den pa Palden gar xie ge zhe ga jar de ne du ja de nya che ne gam de Thơ tôn Dorzin Dam Lu Tu Shu Yi Ri Men Den Be Kur Chen Da Gir Shi Den Be Ne Ma Gar Chen Sham Den Shu
The one known in the Holy Land as Arya Deva emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chodingpa, the hot son of Jiten Songon. May the life of glorious Gachin remain steadfast for 100 aeons. In this age of strife, when the victor's teachings faces hardship, through his powerful Vajra-like discipline and vows, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the unbiased teaching. May Gachin, the son of the teaching, live long.
Lama kan kan sang wa so wa de cho de ka se ren wa so wa de chen le da gen ge la so wa de lama dan da wa ne par se ge lo par den la me na par thar pa la ge jen sam yang lo da me ge xing Jin Zhe Lek Bar Tong Wei Mong Go Ye La Men Jin La Sem La Jo Bar Shu Sem Jem Tam Je De Dan Den Gyur Ji En Zhou Tam Je Dan Du Tong Bar Shu Chan Chu Sem Ba Kang Da Sar Shu Ba Tenda Gunje Mola Rungyur
I pray that my Lama may have good health and long life, that his Dharma activities spread far and wide, and that I will never be separated from him. In all the activities of the glorious Lama, may doubt never enter my mind for a moment. May I be able to see the purity of all your actions, and with deepest devotion, I pray that your blessings enter my mind. May all sentient beings have happiness, and may all the lower realms be emptied. May the aspirations of all the bodhisattvas on the different bhumis be fulfilled accordingly.
Oi xie za kom se kun che che ye je den zhe ne la wang tu zhe gong pa ren jian pa ye ten pa si ti pa xie zhu tu san gong be jin yu ji
May the teachings of the great Drukongpa Ratnashri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you very much, everybody. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you, everyone.
Dharma brothers and sisters, and all the venerables, thank you very much for dedicating your time and diligence in this retreat. A gentle reminder, our doors open tomorrow at 8:30. So please do bring in your admission pass for easy recognition. 那随喜各位佛友，我们这里有温室提醒，明天呢我们的这个大会的门呢将会8点半开，所以你们可以8点半进来，请在9点之前入座。 Thank you, everyone. Remember, if you actually accumulate the mantras tonight until tomorrow, so you can actually put in the numbers to us at the registration counter tomorrow. 那各位佛友，如果你们在今天晚上呢，还有继续的持诵这个心咒的话，请你们把那个数据点算下来，然后明天成交在我们的这个柜台。谢谢大家，晚安，随喜大家。